Are you wondering how this beautiful flower vase is made or any of these should be made? So in this video, we will see which manufacturing processes should take to manufacture these or any of these. My name is Shubham Garg, roll number 101853036, student of Thapar University, batch COE4, and we are here to see how this is made. So let's see. Woodworking lathes. Woodworking lathes are the oldest variety. All other varieties are descended from the simple lathes. An adjustable horizontal metal rail, the tool rest between the material and the operator accommodates the positioning of shaping tools, which are usually handheld. After shaping, it is common practice to press and slide sandpaper against the steel spinning object to smooth the surface made with the metal shaping tools. The tool rest is usually removed during sanding as it may be unsafe to have the operator hand between it and the spinning wood. Many woodworking lathes can also be used for making bowls and plates. The bowl or plate need only to be held at the bottom by one side of the lathe. It is usually attached to a metal face plate attached to a spindle. With many lathes, the operation happens on the left side of the headstock. There are no rails and therefore more clearance. In this configuration, the piece can be shaped inside and out. A specific curved tool rest may be used to support tools by shaping the inside. Most working lathes are designed to be operated at a speed of between 200 and 1400 revolutions per minute, with slightly over 1000 rpm considered optimal for most such work, and with larger workpieces require lower speeds. So now we see how our flower base work on this object. So as we see how our lathe machine works, now if we go to our object, we will see there are three main machining processes take place in manufacturing of these. First one is turning, that is happened here. Second one is boring and drilling for a hollow cut. Third one is parting for the removal of the objects from the lathe machine. And some are the additive manufacturing processes like 3D designing and painting and coloring and etc. So we will see our very first processes, that is turning. Turning is a machining process in which a cutting tool, typically a non-rotatory tool bit, describes a helix toolpath by moving more or less linearly while the workpiece rotates. Usually, the term turning is reserved for the generation of external surfaces by the cutting action, whereas this same exertial cutting action, when applied to internal surfaces, is called boring. Thus, the phrase turning and boring categorize the larger family of the processes known as lathing. The cutting of the faces on the workpiece, whether with the turning or boring tool, is called facing and may be lumped into either category as a subset. When turning the workpiece, a piece of relatively rigid material such as wood, metal, plastic or stone is rotated and a cutting tool is traversed along one, two or three axes of the motion to produce precise diameters and depths. Turning can be either on the outside of the cylinder or on the inside to produce tabular components to various geometries. Although now quite rare, earlier lathes could even be used to produce complex geometric figures, even the Platonic solids. Although since the advent of CNC, it has become unusual to use non-computerized toolpath control for this purpose. The turning processes are typically carried out on the lathe, which discussed earlier, and can be different types such as straight turning, taper turning, profiling, or external grooving. Those type of turning processes can produce various shape of materials such as straight, conical, curved, or grooved workpieces. In general, turning uses simple single-point cutting tool. Each group of workpiece material has an optimal set of tool angles that have been developed through the years. So now we see how our turning processes manufacture the workpiece. So we are here for our very last processes of the machining processes, that is boring and parting. So as we see in this object, the hole is very deep and hollow. So we choose here boring, and after the boring we will choose parting of the object for the removal of the object from the lathe machine. So let's see how our lathe boring processes works. Boring and parting. In machining, boring is the process of enlarging a hole that has already been drilled by means of a single point cutting tool, such as boring in gun barrel or an engine cylinder. Boring is used to achieve greater accuracy of the diameter of the hole and can be used to cut a tapered hole. Boring can be viewed as the internal diameter counterpart to turning, which cut external diameters. There are various types of boring. The boring bar may be spotted on both hands, which only works if the existing hole is a through hole, or it may be spotted at one end. Line boring and back boring are the types of boring. Line boring implies the former, whereas back boring is the process of reaching through an existing hole and then boring on the backside of the workpiece. Now we see what is parting. The tool is fed radially into the rotating work at the some location along its length to cut off the end of the part, and this operation is known as parting, which removes the our workpiece from the lathe. So now our flower vase is ready. Let's make it attractive to look by adding some manufacturing processes that is known as additive machining processes, and by with the help of that we will see here uh, ropes are binded on the object and then we colored it. So let's see some of the additive processes which can be done on the flower vase. 3D printing or additive manufacturing is the construction of a three-dimensional object from a CAD model or a digital 3D model. The term 3D printing can refer to a variety of processes in which material is joined or solidified under computer control to create a three-dimensional object with material being added together, such as liquid molecules or powder grains being fused together, typically layer by layer. 3D printing techniques were considered suitable only for the production of functional or asymmetric prototypes, and material range of 3D printing has increased to the point that some 3D printing processes are considerable viable as industrial production technology, whereby the term additive manufacturing can be used synonymously with the 3D printing. One of the key advantages of the 3D printing is the ability to produce very complex shapes or geometries that would be otherwise impossible to construct by hand, including hollow parts or parts with internal truss structure to reduce weight. This is how the flower vase is manufactured. So if you like the video, hit the like button and